Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Heavy Metal Devils. Danny here, bringing you more of the latest Manchester United news. And not a lot to get into, but at the same time, a lot to get into. We've got a former goalkeeper that might join Real Madrid. About time that he does, right? Amrabat looks to be on his way next week, now that we've got a few people out. So yeah, let's talk about that also, and a little bit on Harry Maguire as well. But just before we get into that, don't forget to hit that subscribe button on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Can't do it without your help, and it means so much to me. So please get hitting that subscribe button. Let's get to 1,000. Yeah. Anyway, quick note. Apologies, I haven't really been doing as much content the last couple days or so. It's been a very, very rough week for me. Not the best week of my life, but we're doing it. We're here now giving you more news. So yeah, let's get into it now. So I'm not sure if you guys pay attention to other clubs sometimes. I certainly do, because it does reflect on the Manchester United deals that we do, the transfers. Not that this one particularly does, but I think it is worthwhile to touch upon it. So the other day, Fabrizio Romano, every source came out that Thibaut Courtois of Real Madrid tore his ACL, I believe. His knee is done. He's going to be out for basically the entire season now. And who better than David De Gea to step in his place? So I'm not sure if people remember, about 8 years ago, David De Gea was literally on the brink of joining Real Madrid. It all came down to a fax machine. Look, we're in it was 2015, 2016, and they're still dealing with fax machines then. That was mind-blowing to me at that time. It's even more mind-blowing to me now. So yeah, 8 years ago, David De Gea was set to join Madrid. Always wanted to go to Madrid, but ended up staying at Manchester United. And as you know, earlier this summer, we let David De Gea go he's now a free agent. We let him run down his contract. We were looking to extend him, then we didn't extend him, then we signed Onana. So David De Gea now has kind of just been hanging around, waiting to see what's out there to find his new club. And it's actually probably a very good thing that he decided to sit and wait around and not join a club immediately. Because look what happened now. Real Madrid need a goalkeeper. Real Madrid need a goalkeeper. You don't say that very often. Real Madrid tend to keep their goalkeepers for a very, very long time. But this big injury is now a way for David De Gea to play for Madrid. And I'm not just making this up, guys. A lot of places have been reporting this. The Daily Express, I think BBC had it yesterday. Sky Sports said that Real Madrid are looking at David De Gea. There are a few other keepers like Kepa, and I think one or two other keepers that they're looking at, but I think David De Gea is highest on the list. So I would expect him to join Real Madrid, and good for him, man. I don't think he is too dissimilar than with comparing to Thibaut Courtois. I think Courtois might be a bit better with his feet. But when it comes to shot stopping, I kind of think they're around the same level, to be honest. Maybe David De Gea can win the Champions League with Madrid. Now, that would just be a kind of a slap in the face to us, but it would be pretty funny. I won't lie. But yeah, anyway, David De Gea does look set to join Real Madrid. I'm just keeping an eye on this one. Look, I've been a David De Gea fan for a while, so I'd like to see him succeed and go to a good club. So I think this is a great move for him if it does happen. So yeah, not exactly Manchester United news, but I think it is worth talking about. David De Gea to Madrid. Keep an eye on that. Let's get back to Manchester United news. So Sophie and Amrabat. So as we know, the other day, Fred has now a transfer for Fred has now been accepted to Fenerbahce. So he is on his way to Fenerbahce, probably doing his medical. And we all know what's going on with Harry Maguire. We're going to get into a bit more on Harry Maguire just after this Amrabat talk. So now that we at least have one out, we are focusing now also on Donny heading to Real Sociedad. Sorry, my eye's a little bit itchy. And it looks like at least now that Fred is gone and Maguire could be going this weekend, Amrabat will be joining us within the next week to 10 days. I would expect a here we go with Amrabat. There's been a bit of talks about Atletico Madrid hijacking Amrabat from us, but that is not the case. He wants Manchester United and wants to play for Ten Hag. He's literally, I mean this, he's literally doing this. He is sitting and waiting for us to call him in and do his medical. So we all know personal terms with Amrabat have been agreed a long time ago. And now that we have finally are starting to make some outgoings with Fred, Donny, Maguire, and a few others, it's time to bring Amrabat in. And that looks like it could be done this week. I maybe would expect a here we go this week and the medical to be done next week. Don't expect him to be involved in the Wolves game or the Spurs game. Maybe a couple games after that. We shall see. But yeah, I would expect within the next 10 days, here we go for Amrabat. It is getting very, very close now. Like I said before, all we had to do was sell some players, and we are now doing that. Maybe not selling them for as much as we'd like, but we're at least selling players, getting some money, and the biggest thing, getting their wages off the book. And speaking of selling players, so the big news came out the other day that West Ham and Manchester United have agreed to a £30 million deal for Harry Maguire to go to West Ham. Sorry, my brain is all over it today. So now, they have agreed a deal, but it's not agreed with Maguire yet. There has been some hesitation reportedly from Maguire. And now an additional reports that Manchester United are set to pay Maguire £6 million to leave. It was reported that we'd pay him 10, but this is coming from Sky Sports saying Harry Maguire gets a £6 million payoff to leave Manchester United. So it's a big payoff. At least it's not the 10, but it gets him off our book. I guess technically it becomes more like a £24 million transfer. It's a very, very low, a huge, huge hit to what we did pay for him, but he was never worth that price in the first place. Look, he needs to go. That's the bottom line. He needs to go. I don't know why he said it like that, but if he wants to keep playing for England and being the best center back he can be, it's not at Manchester United, unfortunately. And on top of this Harry Maguire news, I believe we're also looking to see who is going to replace him before letting him go, with Benjamin Pavard leading that race, as well as Todibo and one other center back. I cannot remember. He is also from France, I believe. But I know Todibo and Pavard. I think Pavard is the front runner, and I think he might be the best and most experienced out of all those options. So that's who I would prefer. And he's versatile, can play that center back and right back role. He's not a big fan of right back. He has said a few years ago that center back is his preferred position, but anyone that can be versatile as a center back and a wing back, or not a wing back, but a left or right back, is going to be very essential for us to have some cover on that. So I think they just want to identify who is also coming in before they actually release Harry Maguire to West Ham. This deal, I think, will be done. They've just got to sweeten that little exit package for Maguire. $6 million, I think, should be good. Like I said, it's not the $10 million that we all thought was going to be it, but we'll all wait to see. I expect Harry Maguire to still be here over the weekend. Maybe it could be that his medical happens over the weekend. I'm not sure, but he, at the moment, is in the squad for the Wolves game. So, yeah, all eyes on Harry Maguire. It's time for you to go, buddy. You were great the first 2 years, but it's time to go and get to your level, unfortunately. So, yeah, Harry Maguire looks set to join West Ham. And just some last bits of news. There's also some rumblings about McTominay still going to West Ham. I'm not sure if that is still on the cards. Eric Ten Hag isn't really in a rush to sell McTominay. He likes McTominay. And then we all know they just brought in, Edison Alvarez from Ajax and James Ward-Prowse. Is there really room for McTominay as well? I'm not too sure. So that one remains to be seen if McTominay will go. He would increase our budget by another, 30 40 million. So I wouldn't mind him going, but we'd need to make another signing on top of that. I'm not sure we can do that at the moment. So yeah, anyway, let me know what you think down below. Let me know what you think about David De Gea. I know it wasn't Manchester United news, but hey, he's a legend here. Been here for a very long time, so it's good to see him possibly going to a very, very good club. Let me know what you think about Amrabat. Is he going to be joining in the next 10 days or so? And Maguire, when the hell is he going to leave? He is on his way out, I think. So just get that sweetener done and get him off the books. Anyway, like, share, comment below, and I'll see you all on the next one.